Hi everyone, welcome back to a new episode from TGMC. Dewane Galib Miri Zubani. To all our returning viewers, we are delighted you can join us again. And for the new viewers, we are very happy that you discovered the podcast and decided to tune in for the first time. Now, if you were with me in the previous episode, you would know that currently we are going through Ghazal 21 from Dewane Galib. We already have 2 episodes posted. For this, today is the 3rd episode. And today we are going to pick the 3rd couplet or sher from the ghazal. As always, I will first read the couplet for you and then we will get into the impressions. So this is how it goes. तेरी नाजुकी से जाना, तेरी नाजुकी से जाना कि बंधा था अहद बोदा, तेरी नाजुकी से जाना कि बंधा था अहद बोदा, कभी तू ना तोड़ सकता अगर उस्तवार होता. So let's do a quick approximate translation. So first line, तेरी नाजुकी से जाना कि बंधा था अहद बोदा. To your fragility, nazuki is fragility, delicate demeanor, right? To your fragility was tied the fragility of your vow or your promise. Second line, kabhi tu na tod sakta agar ustavar hota. You wouldn't have been able to break it. Kabhi tu na tod sakta. Agar ustavar hota, if it was firm, if it had been firm. So you could not have ever broken your promise if it had been firm. So that is the approximate translation. Now let's get into the few key words in the couplet. Explore those words and then we will get into the impression. So the first word is nazuki. Like I said, it translates into fragility, frailty, a delicate demeanor, नज़ाकत जिसे हम लोग कहते हैं, कोमलता भी कहते हैं हिंदी में. Now, in Urdu poetry, the lover usually will assume that this nazuki or nazakat is going to be a very integral part of the temperament of the beloved. It is inherent in her makeup. It is part of how she talks, how she acts, how she feels, how she behaves. And the lover finds it irresistible because it gives the beloved this air of fluidity, this air of being very delicate, being very soft, malleable in her ways, right? Somehow things are always in flux as far as the beloved goes. There's this fluidity to her. Nothing is firm about her. And that just adds to the fragile, fleeting temperament or vibe she has. So मीर तकी मीर का ये शेर देखिए. नाजुकी उसके लब की क्या कहिए, नाजुकी उसके लब की क्या कहिए, पंखुड़ी एक गुलाब की सी है. A very famous शेर from मीर तकी मीर, आपने पहले सुना भी होगा. The approximate translation is, how does even one begin to describe the delicate nature of her lips? It's very difficult, it's impossible to describe. Let me just say this. Those lips are as rose petals. Those lips are as rose petals. दाग दहलवी का ये शेर, ये बात बात में क्या नाजुकी निकलती है, ये बात बात में क्या नाजुकी निकलती है दबी दबी तेरे लब से हंसी निकलती है. Approximate translation is, what is this delicate um, stance that I get to see every now and then when you speak? What is this delicate style that I get to see every now and then when you speak? What is this laughter, which is not an open laugh, but it's like subdued, it's half there, half not there, and it just symbolizes, or it's just a visual representation of your delicate nature, right? So like I said, the delicate nature is not only just in the beauty, like lips and eyes and the way they walk, it's also in the way they behave. It's a demeanor. So here Dag very nicely captures that इवन बात करने का जो तरीका है, हंसने का जो तरीका है, उसमें भी एक बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग नाजुकी या नज़ाकत है. बेखुद दहलवी का ये शेर, होगा जुदा ये हाथ ना गर्दन से वसल में, होगा जुदा ये हाथ ना गर्दन से वसल में, डरता हूँ उड़ ना जाए कहीं नाजुकी से आप. So the approximate translation is that when we actually meet in reality, my hand is not leaving your neck or shoulders. My hand will be wrapped around your neck and shoulders because I'm afraid. I'm afraid that you might just blow away. Blow away. The delicate thing that you are, you might just blow away and I might lose you, right? So I will keep my hand all the time around your neck and shoulders just to ensure that you don't blow away. सरदार अंजुम का ये शेर, वो आज लिपटे हैं किस नाजुकी से लाश से, वो आज लिपटे हैं किस नाजुकी से लाश से, कि जैसे रूठे हुओं को मना रहा है कोई. The approximate translation is, today she is wrapped around my corpse with such delicate, dainty, again, demeanor, right? It seems as if she is trying to win me back when I am a little angry with her or I am a little aloof with her. Of course, the lover is dead, so there is no response from the lover, right? The lover is irresponsive, and the way the beloved is embracing his corpse almost seems as if she's trying in a veil to make him respond to her. Another शेर, नाजुकी ख़त्म है उन पर तो ये फरमाते हैं, नाजुकी ख़त्म है उन पर तो ये फरमाते हैं, फर्श मखमल पे मेरे पाँव छिले जाते हैं. Approximate translation is that all the delicate things in the world, right? All the fragile, frail things in the world come and end at her, right? Because she is the epitome. She is the epitome of being delicate. And this is what she says, that this floor, which is paved or which has this velvet rug laid on it, is almost scraping and bruising my feet when I walk on it. So basically, I'm that delicate that even if I walk on a floor that has a velvet rug on it, it's not enough. The floor still hurts me. And then अपने मिर्ज़ा गालिब का ये शेर, इस नज़ाकत का बुरा हो वो भले हैं तो क्या, इस नज़ाकत का बुरा हो वो भले हैं तो क्या, हाथ आवें तो उन्हें हाथ लगाए न बने. Beautiful couplet, beautiful जज्बात. The approximate translation is that this delicate nature of her, this delicate vibe that she has, that touch me not kind of a vibe, right? It fares very well as far as her beauty goes, but in the long run, it does not fare well for me. Because even if I get her close to me, and literal translation is even if I get my hands on her, I am scared to touch her, that I might break her. Right? That is the air of fragility. That is the air of touch me not. That is the air of delicacy, being delicate, that she is giving out all the time, exuding all the time. शेख इब्राहिम ज़ौक़ का शेर, नाज है गुल को नज़ाकत पे चमन में ए ज़ौक़। नाज है गुल को नज़ाकत पे चमन में ए ज़ौक़, उसने देखे ही नहीं नाज़ो नज़ाकत वाले। Approximate translation is that the flowers in the garden still bloom in their pride, that they are the most delicate, the softest, the most delicate thing ever. And they do so. And they do so because, unlike me, the lover, these flowers have never been exposed to actual people who embody the height, the epitome of being delicate, of being soft, of being fragile, easily broken, right? So, yeah. And then this last one from Amir Minai. अल्लाह रे उस गुल की कलाई की नज़ाकत, अल्लाह रे उस गुल की कलाई की नज़ाकत, बल खा गई जब बोझ पड़ा रंगे हिना का. So the approximate translation is, the beloved, oh my Lord, the beloved and her delicate wrists, they bent under the weight of the henna that was coloring her hands. And of course, henna has no weight. It's just a color that you put on your hand. But even that weight cannot be borne by the wrists of the beloved. That is the height of fragility and the delicate nature of her body. So this is the aspect of Nazuki which is very, grounded in the physical beauty, in the physical manifestation, right? But there is an aspect of Nazuki and Nazakat which deals with feelings and actions. So let's explore that a little. Again, Daag Dehelvi ka ye sher. जो सख्त बात सुने दिल तो टूट जाता है, जो सख्त बात सुने दिल तो टूट जाता है, इस आईने की नज़ाकत किसी को क्या मालूम. So the approximate translation is, when you say something hurtful, the heart breaks. And very few know that this heart has as delicate a temperament as that of a mirror. Very few know. अकबर अलाहाबादी का ये शेर, इस नज़ाकत पर ये शमशीर जफ़ा, इस नज़ाकत पर ये शमशीर जफ़ा आपसे क्यों कर संभाली जाएगी. So of course the couplet is addressed to the beloved. The lover is telling the beloved, the delicate thing that you are, this knife of betrayal that you have in your hand, that you plan to put into me, will you be able to handle it? Because I do not think you have the strength with this delicate, fragile body of yours to actually go ahead and stab me with this knife of betrayal. आले रज़ा रज़ा का ये शेर है, फ़र्क बड़ा ए जाने रज़ा, है फ़र्क बड़ा ए जाने रज़ा, दिल देने में दिल लेने में. उल्फत का ताल्लुक जान के भी रिश्ते की नज़ाकत क्या जानो. So the approximate translation is that there is a huge difference in giving your heart and taking someone's heart. There's a big difference, and though it might seem like a connect of affection, the giving and taking of heart. Um, there is much, much more to a relationship getting evolved from this connect, right? It takes a lot more for a relationship to evolve, and that relationship has a delicate, fragile temperament to it. So just a connect will not make you realize the delicate temperament of an actual relationship between two hearts. वामीक जौनपुरी का ये शेर, ये माना हुस्न की फितरत बहुत नाजुक है ए वामीक। ये माना हुस्न की फितरत बहुत नाजुक है ए वामीक, मिजाज इश्क की लेकिन नज़ाकत और होती है. So here, very beautifully, the Shire is referring to the delicate physical aspect of the beloved, right? That yes, I agree that the beloved has a beauty which is very fragile, very delicate, very touch me not, very pure, hands off kind of a beauty. But the temperament of love has its own delicate, fragile, frail nature, and it almost supersedes the fragility or the delicate demeanor of the beloved's beauty. दाग दहलवी का ये शेर, इस नज़ाकत का बुरा हो, इस नज़ाकत का बुरा हो, बज़्म से उठते हैं वो, दस्ते दुश्मन थाम के. Beautiful couplet. The approximate translation is, may this delicate demeanor of her, I hope this delicate demeanor of her didn't exist, because it does not fare well for me, because when she gets up, she needs support, and she opts to take the support of my rival's arm. So I do not like this delicate demeanor, because it makes her take support of the rival's arm. जिगर मुरादाबादी का ये शेर, आंखों में नमी सी है, चुप चुप से वो बैठे हैं, नाजुक सी निगाहों में नाजुक सा फसाना है. So like I said, this delicate nature is not just about the physical beauty. It's in the way they talk, it's in the way they see, in the way they look at you, in the way they speak. So here the approximate translation is that the beloved is sitting somewhere with moist eyes and sitting very silently. And in those eyes, I can see a very subdued, very fleeting vision of a story that is starting to evolve. And last one from Mirza Ghalib. हो के आशिक वो परी रुख और नाजुक बन गया, हो के आशिक वो परी रुख और नाजुक बन गया, रंग खुलता जाए है जितना कि उड़ता जाए है. So basically the approximate translation is that the beloved was very delicate to begin with, but after becoming a lover, after falling in love, her delicate demeanor has become even more fragile, even more frail, right? Because falling in love has made her lose control even more, right? And it just seems that she blossoms in love as love steals the color from her cheeks. So a paradox, right? The more love and the feelings of love are stealing color from her cheeks, the more she seems to blossom. Now, so we went through this beautiful concept of nazakat and nazuki, both in the physical embodiment of the beloved, but also in the actions, in the emotions and feelings. But the lover does know that, yes, he enjoys when this nazakat and nazuki just makes her beauty become even more irresistible. The lover knows that in parallel there is a downside to this nazuki. देर इज़ अ डाउन साइड टू दिस नज़ाकत. अब वो एक शेर तो हम लोगों ने पढ़ा ही की, राइवल लवर का हाथ थामते हैं, बट दैट इज़ स्लाइटली ऑन द लाइट साइड. बट हियर इन दिस कपलेट Ghalib is exploring the flip side of this Nazuki, right? Because it limits the beloved from doing things which require strength, which require firmness, which require you not to be malleable, not to be not to be yielding, not to be so flexible, right? So कुमार बाराबंकी का ये शेर, ये वफा की सख्त राहें, ये तुम्हारे पाँव नाजुक. ये वफा की सख्त राहें, ये तुम्हारे पाँव नाजुक, ना लो इंतकाम मुझसे मेरे साथ साथ चल के. So the approximate translation is that this road of love and loyalty in love is a very rough path. It's a very rough road. And your feet, on the other hand, are very delicate. They are not used to walking on rough, hard paths. So I implore you, my beloved, do not walk this path with me. Because if you do, it will be a torture for me. And why will it be a torture for me? Because I will see you bruise your dainty, delicate feet as you walk on this rough, hard path. So the lover knows. Here, at least in this couplet, it is very clear that the lover knows that the trials and tribulations, metaphorically speaking, right? The trials and tribulations of the path of love and the path of loyalty in love is a very tough ask from someone so fragile, so delicate, someone who has never, probably never been in a situation like this where they had to put their body to test, right? In such a way, body or temperament for that matter. And then ये मुस्तार खैराबादी का शेर, उनका एक पतला सा खंजर, उनका एक नाजुक सा हाथ. उनका एक पतला सा खंजर, उनका एक नाजुक सा हाथ, वो तो ये कहिए मेरी गर्दन खुशी में कट गई. प्यारा शेर है. द अप्रॉक्सीमेट ट्रांसलेशन इज हर स्लिम डेलिकेट नाइफ held in her slim delicate hand. What was she expecting? What was she expecting to achieve with it? She came at me with this dainty knife in her dainty hand. Well, let's just say that I almost dropped my neck on the knife, and hence she was able to slay me or kill me or attack me. Otherwise, if you were to ask me, she wouldn't have achieved anything. It's just that I was so happy to please her so that she can believe falsely that she has the strength to kill me and that she can kill me, that I just put my head on the chopping block voluntarily, happily. Otherwise she wouldn't have achieved much with that. So, like I said, the lover does know the limitations the beloved has because of her delicate temperament. So, ये बात हो गई नाजुकी की. Let's move on to अहद. Right? तेरी नाजुकी से जाना की बंधाता अहद बोदा. So अहद is a promise. If you were with me in the previous episode, you would know that we explored the concept of the great promise in the last episode in great detail. Now, Ghalib gives us another opportunity to explore the promise. And what is this great promise? Just to jog your memory, it is the promise the beloved makes to the lover. And in the previous episode, Ghalib, or in the previous share, Ghalib makes us explore the falsity of beloved's promise, or falsity of this great promise. But in this share, he makes us explore an additional aspect, the effortless, easy task that it is for the beloved to break this promise. So that is an additional aspect that we get to explore in this couplet. अब अहद पर वसीम बरेलवी का ये शेर, सारी दुनिया की नज़र में है मेरा अहद वफ़ा, एक तेरे कहने से क्या मैं बेवफा हो जाऊंगा. So the approximate translation is, the whole world is aware of my firm, true promise to you. Just cause you go around saying that I am a promise breaker will not make the world change their mind. मीर तकी मीर का ये शेर, जो तुझ बिन ना जीने को कहते थे हम, जो तुझ बिन ना जीने को कहते थे हम, सो इस अहद को अब वफा कर चले. ब्यूटीफुल कपलेट है, वो गाना याद आ जाता है, दिखाई दिए यूं की बेखुद किया. So the approximate translation is that I always talk to you, I always mention to you that one day, I promise you, I will learn how to live without you. One day I promise you, I will live without you. And today, I am fulfilling that promise. What has happened is that the lover has died. While he was alive, he could not fulfill this promise. He could not live without her. The only time when he actually did fulfill this promise was when he died. अख्तर शुमार का ये शेर, कल बिछड़ना है तो फिर अहद वफा सोच के बांध, कल बिछड़ना है तो फिर अहद वफा सोच के बांध, अभी आगाज़े मोहब्बत है गया कुछ भी नहीं. Great share. The approximate translation is, if you plan to separate from me tomorrow, then be very careful of making the promise of staying with me today. Because we are still in the early part of the relationship. We are still in the early part of falling in love. Nothing is set in stone right now. It won't hurt as much. So think twice before you make a promise to stay with me. And then मिर्ज़ा गालिब का ये बहुत प्यारा शेर, ता फिर ना इंतज़ार में नींद आए उम्र भर. ता फिर ना इंतज़ार में नींद आए उम्र भर, आने का अहद करके गए, आने का अहद कर गए, my apologies, आने का अहद कर गए आए जो ख्वाब में. Beautiful couplet. The approximate translation is that so that I can never ever sleep again. So that I can never ever sleep again, they came in my dreams and made a promise that they will come. They will come to meet me. And now every night is spent waiting for them. And then साहिल लुधियानवी का ये शेर, हमने दिल दे भी दिया अहद वफा ले भी लिया, हमने दिल दे भी दिया अहद वफा ले भी लिया, अब आप शौक से दे लें जो सज़ा देते हैं. It is part of the song, which is part of our Moods and Melodies playlist. If you haven't checked it out, I would highly recommend that. The approximate translation is, we have given our heart and we have taken the promise of loyalty in love. We have given our heart in love, we have taken the promise of loyalty in love. Now, go ahead and give us whatever punishment you deem appropriate. What we had to give and what we had to take is done. We are ready for the consequences. Okay. Now, the last word which we wanted to explore in this couplet was ustavar. बहुत कम मिलता है, इनफैक्ट DGMZ में पहली बार ये लफ्ज़ आया है हमारी गज़ल में. Now, ustavar is a beautiful word and many times used to detail or describe a promise. A promise that is firm, that is sound, that is grounded. In fact, it is used to describe anything that is firm, solid, grounded. You can trust it. It is unshakable. It is unyielding. It is not going to change. It is inflexible. So that is what ustavar is. And sometimes a thing will be having the quality of being ustavar right from day one. Sometimes this ustavar or metal is built over time, depending which context you are using it in. So let's explore that word a little. जवाद शेख का ये शेर, खुदा के बारे में एक दिन ज़रूर सोचेंगे, खुदा के बारे में एक दिन ज़रूर सोचेंगे, अभी तो खुद से ताल्लुक़ भी उस्तवार नहीं. So the approximate translation is, I will think about God and godly things down the line. Today I am in a position where I'm not even well versed or firmly versed or nicely versed with my own self. Leave aside God. So let me get to know myself well enough, firmly enough, soundly enough, and then I will move on to learning about or knowing God and godly things. इश्तबा रिजवी का शेर, इस दिल को शौक़े दीद में तड़पा के कर दिया, इस दिल को शौक़े दीद में तड़पा के कर दिया, क्या उस्तवार वादे ना उस्तवार ने. So basically, the flimsy, right, the flimsy, delicate, fragile promise of her that I will get to see her has had an opposite impact on me. That flimsy promise has made the desires of my heart firm, strong, determined. So as fickle and flimsy the promise was, in the same or in the opposite vein, the desires and determination of my heart became even more strong, more determined, more grounded. एंड ये भी बहुत प्यारा फैज़ अहमद फैज़ का शेर है, नहीं शिकायत हिजरा कि इस वसीले से, नहीं शिकायत हिजरा कि इस वसीले से हम उनसे रिश्ता दिल उस्तवार करते रहे. So the approximate translation is, I do not complain about separation. I do not complain about separation between me and her, because this is what I use to make the determination, my feelings in my heart for her grow stronger, grow firmer, grow more solid. So I use the pain of separation to make my plans about her, to make my affections towards her more sound, more solid, more strong. And last one, शाहिद इश्की का ये शेर बहुत प्यारा, हमसे नफ़रत करो कि प्यार करो, हमसे नफ़रत करो कि प्यार करो, कोई रिश्ता तो उस्तवार करो. Beautiful couplet, simple to the point. Either love me or hate me. Whatever you do, do it in a strong, firm, unshakable way. Do not dilly-dally. Don't be a yo-yo. हमसे नफ़रत करो कि प्यार करो, कोई रिश्ता तो उस्तवार करो. Let's have a relationship, be it of love or of hate. Whatever it might be, let it be a firm, sound, grounded, dynamic or relationship. So, moving on to the actual impression of this couplet, right? Like I said in the beginning, in the second share, जो कि हम लोगों ने last episode में cover किया था, Ghalib made us see the aspect of the great promise which the beloved makes, the aspect where She makes it, but it's a false promise. She makes it, but it's a false promise. तेरे वादे पर जिए हम तो ये जान छूट जाना कि खुशी से मरना जाते अगर एतबार होता. And Ghalib knows that. And he tells the beloved, I do not believe your promise because I know for sure that you make false promises. अब यहाँ पर जो गालिब बता रहे हैं वो ये बता रहे हैं कि कितना, एक तो होता है झूठ बोलना और एक होता है बहुत स्मूथली झूठ बोल जाना. A smooth operator, right? So Ghalib is introducing us to that aspect of the beloved, that it is so effortless, it is so easy for her to break her promises. And यहाँ पे भी जैसे उन्होंने सेकेंड कपलेट में एक डिडक्शन टैक्टिक अपनाई है, क्योंकि ये था इसलिए ये नहीं हो सकता और क्योंकि ये नहीं हो सकता इसलिए ये था, राइट? वही डिडक्शन टैक्टिक वो थर्ड कपलेट में भी यूज़ करते हैं. एंड गालिब उस डिडक्शन टैक्टिक से बिलवेड को दो चीज़ें बताते हैं in this couplet. So he shares with the beloved his two deductions, which prove that the beloved's promise was a fragile thing that was very easy to break with little to no effort. Number one, her promise inherited its nature and characteristics from her. Her, who is head to toe an embodiment of nazakat and nazuki. And hence, the promise coming out of her is equally nazuk. From something so fragile, so delicate, so malleable, so yielding like you, my beloved, has come out a promise which is equally fragile, equally delicate, equally yielding, and equally malleable. This was inevitable. This was inevitable, and I, as a lover, am not surprised at all. What would I expect out of somebody so delicate, if not a delicate thing? How could somebody so delicate produce anything which is not delicate? So that was the first deduction. And the second deduction which he makes is the fact that someone so delicate and fragile like you, my beloved, could easily, effortlessly break the promise proves that the promise did not have any strength or metal to it. Because if it did, someone like you, who is so fragile, so weak, so delicate, could have never broken it. You could not have done it. एक और डायनेमिक जो यहाँ पे काबिल गौर है, पहली लाइन में वर्ड यूज़ किया है बंधा, दूसरी लाइन में वर्ड यूज़ किया है तोड़. तेरी नाजुकी से जाना कि बंधा था अहद बोदा, कभी तू ना तोड़ सकता अगर उस्तवार होता. So here Ghalib is in an unsaid way also saying that the beloved was too delicate to tie the promise strongly and firmly in the first place. किसी भी चीज़ को ज़ोर से बांधने के लिए ज़ोर तो लगेगा ना, किसी भी चीज़ को टाइट बांधने के लिए ज़ोर तो लगेगा ना, वो ज़ोर ही नहीं था. So to begin with, because of her delicate demeanor, she tied the promise very loosely. She could not tie it strongly and firmly, and hence this promise, which was loosely tied to begin with, was easily and effortlessly broken by her later. And then in his own Ghalibana style, right, Ghalib, as he is detailing to the beloved how easily and effortlessly she is breaking her promises to him, that she is a promise breaker, in the same breath, it's almost as if he is also paying a homage to her beauty and delicate demeanor. जब वो कहते हैं ना कि तेरी नाजुकी से जाना, बात तो वहाँ से ही शुरू की है ना उनने, तेरी नाजुकी से जाना, you, the embodiment of nazakat, the embodiment of nazukta, nazuk pana, right? तेरी नाजुकी से जाना. सो बात वहाँ से शुरू की है कि तू एक बहुत ही नाजुक चीज़ है, नज़ाकत से भरी बहुत ही नाजुक चीज़ है. सो पेइंग अ होमाज टू हर ब्यूटी एंड डेलिकेट टेम्परामेंट. And it is clear that Ghalib, like any lover, but Ghalib is no ordinary lover. So Ghalib loves the Nazuk nature. He loves it. He finds it irresistible. He finds it irresistible, but he does get hurt when that Nazuk nature trickles into her promises. सो ब्यूटी में वो बहुत खूबसूरत लगता है जब वो बात करती हैं, जब वो चलती हैं, उनके सारे इशारे और सारे एंटिक्स जो हैं वो बड़े प्यारे लगते हैं जब उनमें ये नाजुकी दिखती है. बट जब वो प्रॉमिस में आ जाती है, जब उनके अहद में आ जाती है, उनके वादे में आ जाती है, देन इट हर्ट्स गालिब, बिकॉज इट्स नॉट गोना बी एबल टू stand its ground, right? It will not stand the test of time. And again, गालिब का हम लोगों ने बाकी कुछ प्रीवियस गज़लों में भी ये जज्बा एक्सप्लोर किया है कि गालिब्स unsaid message always is that his love for the beloved is all encompassing. He does not pick and choose what he is going to love about her. Right? So he cannot. If you truly love someone, you cannot. Of course, you should not. But you cannot pick and choose. When you love someone, you love them in totality. So if he loves her Nazuki, he has to love her Nazuki in all its forms, in all its manifestations. He cannot go ahead and embrace the Nazuki when it is part of the beloved's physical beauty and her actions and her ways of talking, moving, laughing, looking, and then discard it when it becomes part of her promises. He cannot do that. एंड हमने ये जज्बात उनका गज़ल 12 के पहले शेर में देखा था. एंड इफ़ यू वांट द होल इम्प्रेशन ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन एक्सेस द एपिसोड. बट आज के एपिसोड के लिए हम लोग क्विक नरेशन एंड ट्रांसलेशन करते हैं उस शेर का. सो शेर ये है, सरापा रहनाए इश्क और ना गुज़ीरे उल्फते हस्ती. सरापा रहनाए इश्क और ना गुज़ीरे उल्फते हस्ती, इबादत बर्क की करता हूँ और अफसोस हासिल का. सो द अप्रॉक्सीमेट ट्रांसलेशन इज, व्हेन यू आर प्लेज्ड फ्रॉम हेड टू फुट इन लव, you cannot still keep harboring this zest of living your life on your own terms, by yourself, chasing your dreams, because once you're pledged in love, your life gets attached to somebody else's. Now the future plans and the future dreams should be combined. You can't just keep on thinking of living your life the way you used to want to before falling in love. Once you have fallen in love and pledged yourself, it is as if you are loving the lightning and mourning the loss which it causes when it strikes your field full of ready to harvest crops. So again, when the lightning is far away in the sky, you are loving it, you are bedazzled by its radiance and the beautiful display, right? You find it very mesmerizing. But then when it hits home, or when it hits your field where there are crops ready to be harvested, you start mourning those crops. You start holding it against the lightning that it struck. And I remember, it's coming back to me, in that episode I had mentioned the example of Edward Scissorhands, right? I mean, when you're in love with a person who has scissors for fingers, well, get ready for some cuts, right? They are not going to leave their hands behind and then come and love you, right? They will come in total, the whole package. And you have to you have to love the whole package. And ऐसा लगता है कि गालिब वो जज्बात इस शेर में कह रहे हैं, but like I said, in an unsaid way, that तुम्हारी नाजुकी मैं समझता हूँ beloved, मैं समझता हूँ ये बात, and पूरी तरह से इस बात से सहमत हूँ कि तुम जो अहद करोगी, तुम जो वादा करोगी, तुम जो प्रॉमिस करोगी, वो तुम्हारी ही तरह डेलिकेट, फ्रेजाइल, ईजी टू ब्रेक होगा, क्योंकि तुम जैसा डेलिकेट इंसान एक उस्तवार टाइप का अहद नहीं कर सकता. अगर कर सकता तो कभी तोड़ नहीं पाती तुम उसको. तुमने तोड़ दिया, इसका मतलब ये है कि वो अहद उस्तवार नहीं था, नाजुक था. ब्यूटिफुल कपलेट. Well, that brings us to the end of तेरी नाजुकी से जाना कि बंधा था अहद बोदा, कभी तू न तोड़ सकता अगर उस्तवार होता. I think we'll stop here. In the next episode, we will pick up the next couplet, which is कोई मेरे दिल से पूछे तेरे तीरनी में कश को, ये खलिश कहाँ से होती जो जिगर के पार होता. I hope you enjoyed the impressions. If you did, please interact with us. Give us your feedback. Leave some comments. Let us know what you felt about the episode. Click like if you liked it. If you know somebody who would enjoy this content, do share it via your social media, be it YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp. And that is one way you can show your support for the channel and help it grow. One click from you can mean a lot in terms of the channel reaching to more audience. So whenever you feel like it, do support the channel in that way. Now for our new viewers, as always, I will make a strong recommendation to tune in to the introduction to DGMZ episode, because that will give you a good insight into our motivation, inspiration behind this podcast. What are we trying to do here? Also, on the homepage of the channel, we have multiple playlists. One is dedicated to these episodes from Ghazals from Diwan Ghalib. We have one episode which is dedicated to the DGMZ mini-series that we are currently running, where we are covering the immortal love story of Laila and Majnu, and there are other playlists also. Explore all of them, pick an episode which interests you. That's all I had for today. Sending a lot of love and light to all you dear viewers, and thanks for watching.